Welcome to Miami Gardens, Florida. A gorgeous day for college football, and we are fired up to see the Miami Hurricanes open another season at Hard Rock Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 4th-ranked team of the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab over the middle.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 15. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Now 2nd and goal, and quarterback sneak for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Washington. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Just feeds the running back. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggie! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
That Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. That's open runway ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He now has 53 yards on the ground in the 1st quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Going to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Catch in the middle. It's Carr. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here we go. They'll leave it with him. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So now to start the 2nd quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Finds his tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fair catch called for and made. Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the...
Oh, look out! At the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got to strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Might be looking to run. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there and knocking that ball away.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Washington. He gets a block. Delivers the contact. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Still running at the 40. He's off to the races. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
That's got to make you feel good offensively. The first game of the year, and early you're able to break off a long run. We know for them, they take pride in their ability running the football, and they're getting that established early this season.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They screw.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, it's a one-possession game, down 21-13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half, and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So, good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the move, he fires. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. On the run, it's Jenkins. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UNLV looks like the best show on the Vegas Strip right now. What a dazzling offensive showcase. They're up by 17 over UTSA. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Keeps it, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires it. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the offense. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's official says. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take another shot here. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this 2nd half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Sends it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Air the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up.
He's loose. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Man, what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He wants to throw it again. Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big play.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Coming after it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He uncorks a bullet to the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Pressure coming. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looking for a block. It's Campbell. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Touch pass on the run. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Wants to throw on third down. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He'll go to the sneak.
Texas A&M. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas A&M.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He fires to the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deeper. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll go right back to it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They believe they can run right here. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. At the 45, on its way. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
Gain of 26. And first down for the offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll immediately call timeout.
Texas A&M.
Now on first down from the 40. He's going to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Keeps looking downfield. He's got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Aggies are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Grabs it in the middle. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball. He's hitting the outside, and David, he puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Texas A&M.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Miami, 20.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the 4th quarter. They'll go to the air. Getting some heat. He rifles one deep to the left. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they've got a couple of timeouts, but I don't think there's enough time on the clock to pass on the onside kick. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score. Special teams goes out. They execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
On second down, looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Gotta have it here on fourth down. He's going up top here late in the game. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Dances away to buy time. He's going to take off. Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. The 40. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.